Hi, Ida Norris here with Mary Ballard and Stuart at Mill Pond Farm with some exercises to help correct chair seat. Mary is in a nice balanced position right now. You can see that she has a really good line from her hip right through the middle of her shoulder to the middle of her hip to her heel, actually part of her ankle. This is a really balanced seat right now. This is very good equitation. Now Mary, show us the chair seat really quick when your leg gets a little too far in front of you. That's good right there. A lot of riders are in this position. And you can see that the leg is unsupported here. And should a rider need to post, or they get to sitting on the back of their seat is what the problem is most of the time, and the leg is in front of them, not enough contact. So Mary, see if you can show us again a real correct position here. She brings her thigh back. She gets it more up and down, more vertical, and then wraps her ankles around her horse. And we're able to see this, that she's really in a good position here, top to bottom. Now we have some exercises to help with this today. So we're going to step right around in front of Mary, and she's going to show you some exercises you can do standing on your horse. So Mary, go ahead and drop your stirrups for me. So Mary's resting here in the front. She's got her stirrups off, and the most important thing about this is that you have the strength to get your thighs up off your saddle. And for folks that aren't used to doing this, sometimes their hips are really stiff. So what will happen is a riding instructor will step around to the side of them like I'm going to do to Mary. And hopefully we can show you with the phone and my hand. Now you can see my hand coming in here. And you take a hold of the rider's leg and you gently pull it out and down. And I've taken a hold of people before and had them like, ouch! And this is really hard because some people's hips are really stiff. But this is one of the things you can do to check yourself, is have your friend or your husband gently see if you can move your thigh off your horse. Now there are some exercises to do this with, and there are two exercises. They're called scissors and butterflies. And Mary's going to demonstrate them. So she has already dropped her stirrups, and you can see her legs are just relaxed. Now gently she tries to point her toe towards the ground. So with a little bit of stiffening in her knee and a little bit of pointing of her toes down, now she begins to see, let's see if we can do butterflies, Mary. So she tries to lift both thighs off the horse. And if for any reason she can't do this, Mary, show us that was wonderful. See how far she can get her thighs off the horse. That's amazing. Sometimes it doesn't start like this though. Okay, Mary, that's good. If you can't do both at once, sometimes on a stiff day, Mary tells me that she takes one off at a time. So go ahead and do one at a time, Mary. If that's all you can do, you do one and then the other. And do the other leg for us. And you see her left leg isn't as good as the right. She has a hard time keeping it straight. Stiffness, okay, and relax. Good job. So butterflies, and these are called butterflies because when she does them together, go do it again together, Mary. It looks like a butterfly trying to dry his wings when they're sitting there fluttering. Great job. Now scissors is a variation of this that you tighten your toe, point it down a little bit, tighten your knee just a little, and one leg goes forward and one goes backwards. I'm going to show you from the front and the side so you understand. Good with that. Yes, Mary's doing great. Backwards, forwards, backwards, slow, and rest. So you're going to find either that you can go forward better than you can go backwards. You're going to have one side stiffer than the others, and some people have real trouble with their hips. And they start trying to do these exercises and they go, wow, you know, I got to go to the massage girl. I got to have some PT because they, A, cannot lift their thighs off the saddle, and B, they can't roll their legs around forward and back. Mary, show us this from the side. So this is the scissors. She's going to tighten her toe, keep your knee tight. Now this leg doesn't go back very far. That's the tricky part for Mary right here. Now I'm going to step in with my hand and see if we can move her leg a little more back. Okay, now I gave it a very gentle stretch back. Can you keep it there, Mary, so we can see if I step back? So I gave it a small tug and release. And your friend, husband, girlfriends that are helping you ride, whoever's around, gently, gently, you guys, because this can be really, really tough. We're going to walk around to the other side of Mary and see if her other leg looks better or worse. This is usually the good side for people. So you see her leg swings a lot further back in this direction. So if she went for PT, the PT person would say, hey, your left hip's a little stuck. All right, and relax. So every day that you get on your horse, you can mount up and do some butterflies. Show me a butterfly, Mary. Thighs off the horse, good. And a scissors. One forward, one back with a little tension. Now what this does, relax, is sit her right down in her saddle and get her thigh nice and deep. Yep, lift your thighs off again, Mary. And straighten, yeah. And when they go to pick up their stirrups, the riders tell us, hey, I feel deeper in the saddle. Sometimes, oh, I need my stirrups longer. I really feel like my stirrup isn't long enough because I have stretched my thigh out. You have also flattened the very heavy muscle that's on the inside of the thigh and gotten it behind you when you get to this position. Now, when she picks up her stirrups, as we were saying in the other day, the more that you turn your stirrup out and support your foot, the better your foot will be parallel to the horse. So I'm going to reach down here and turn Mary's stirrup out more. And then she can press her ankle around her horse. And we were talking about the fact that in order to have your foot supported, the center of your stirrup needs to be in the center of the ball of her foot, which we can see right here. See the creases in her boot? That is the center of the ball of her foot, and the stirrup iron, or the stirrup in Western, is right centered on that. And this supports her leg so that she has a line from the center of her ear to the center of her shoulder, the center of her pants, which is right there, her hips, then down to her heel. This is a great position. Press down a little through the body. Yep, she's got her heel down. And now she also has a nice triangulation of her arm. There's some bend in the elbow. Hands are right in front of the saddle and right in front of the saddle pad. And left leg, Mary, to make him set up a little bit. He's resting left hind. There you go. And you can see from the front that her toes point pretty much parallel. And from the front, she has a nice triangulated arm position. You can see her elbows are relaxed and her forearms go towards each other. So this is a very balanced position. And these are the exercises called butterflies and scissors to help you get a decent seat. Now, Mary, could you just walk off for us from the side? And as you move off, once you get walking, can you show us that you can move your thigh off this horse at some point? Yeah, she just moved her thigh. And I need you to turn sideways to me and do it again. Somewhere in there, she's going to adjust her leg position by taking her thigh off and putting it back on. And we're going to do it when we come around away from the sun. There we go, so that we can see it really, really well. Mary, adjust your thigh again for me. She took her thigh off, she put it on, put it back down. Over and over, riders, in order to get their legs back, it's the thigh that has to go back. Then you can press down on your stirrups. So these are correcting exercises for the chair seat. Ida Norris here, Mary Ballard, riding Stewart at Mill Pond Farm. Exercises to correct the chair seat. Let us know how you're doing. Have a good one.